It had been a long day. The crowds had gathered, and Jesus had taught them from a boat. Parables, truths, stories of the kingdom. As the sun dipped behind the hills, Jesus turned to his disciples and said, "Let us go across to the other side." So they left the crowd behind and took him, just as he was, into the boat. The lake was calm, the air cool. The wooden boat creaked gently as it drifted across the Galilean water, and Jesus, tired from teaching, lay down in the stern, resting his head on a cushion. He fell asleep. But then the skies shifted. Dark clouds rolled in from the east. A violent wind swept down the valleys. The Sea of Galilee, once peaceful, turned wild. Waves rose. The boat rocked violently. Water crashed over the sides. "Bail the water! We're going under!" Peter yells. They fought the sea, but it was stronger than them. The disciples cried out. They bailed water, pulled at sails, clung to ropes. "Where's Jesus?" asked Andrew. And there at the back of the boat, Jesus slept. Even in the storm, he slept. Terrified, the disciples ran to him. They shook him awake. "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" Peter shouted. Jesus sat up slowly. Rain poured down his face. The boat lurched beneath him. The storm howled, and yet his eyes were calm. His voice steady. "Peace, be still," Jesus commanded. And suddenly the wind stopped. The waves sank. The storm obeyed. Silence fell. Stillness wrapped around them like a blanket. The sea was like glass, not a whisper of wind, not a ripple in the water. The disciples were silent. This was no ordinary man. The waves knew his name. The wind knew his voice. Creation knew its creator. Then Jesus turned to them. "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" Their fear turned to awe. They looked at each other and whispered, "Who is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him?" James asked. And in that quiet boat, floating on a once raging sea, they realized they weren't just following a teacher. They were following the one who commands storms and silences fear.